What's good with your YouTube? And as usual, we on the 2025 Rookies Hard. And this time I have a mock draft for you from a channel called The Rookie Big Board. And y'all can check out that channel anytime. They're pretty good with Devy stuff, especially college waiver wire if you play college fantasy. Yeah, they killed that. Let's check out this mock draft that he have. And at the 101, of course, Ashton Genty. Do we need to explain much more? They said his value cop is Breece Hall. I can't be mad at that. I mean, he's gonna have more value than Breece Hall. He already has more value than Breece Hall. Breece Hall value is down right now. So at the 102, he has Tech McMillan. Value comp Drake London. I currently think Drake London is better. I need to see what kind of predictive badges McMillan earns from me first. So we will see. But I can't be mad at anybody that's mocking him at the 102 right now. At the 103, Cam Ward. Value comp CJ Stroud. I think CJ Stroud will have more value than him. CJ Stroud should bounce back a little this year. He got him down as a dual threat mobility quarterback. He can be mobile if he wanted to, but that don't seem like the path he's trying to take. And who knows, he might change the game up like Bryce Young did at the end of last season. So you just never know. But if you need a quarterback, go for it. I'm not drafting the quarterbacks this year unless it's just the value is out of control or I need one. Like, I'm not going out my way to draft a quarterback this year. At the 104, we got Luther Burden. Look, Luther Burden, I think, is going to produce off the back, and good chance he probably will outproduce McMillan this year. Just be ready. Them slot receivers, or they get in there and be ready. His value comp is Devontae Smith. I mean, value-wise, definitely get it. Definitely get it. But Devontae Smith is him and continues to retain his value. It is not easy for me to get Devontae Smith from anyone. So I think I got to disagree with that. For some reason, like, people do not let go of Devontae Smith. You can go try. Like, it's not easy to get Devontae Smith. So whoever got him, love him. But versatile inside and out wide receiver, reliable hands, separate and release as well. Yep. All that good stuff. At the 105, he got Tyler Warren, and this is where I just got to totally disagree. Now let's see what he got to say. Like, I was playing a lot of safe leagues, and they are a 2-point premium, a 2-point tight end premium. So if you believed in a tight end, definitely taking him at the 105. But Brock Bowers was going at the 105 last year. Tyler Warren is He ain't that.
105, I'm getting aggressive. I don't care. I take him 104 in a tight end premium. I'm going Tyler Warren, the tight end out of Penn State. I'm all in on him, man. I'm a huge fan. He's done nothing but continue to impress, and the secret is absolutely out on Tyler Warren. 6'6", 257. I expect him to be a mid-first round NFL draft selection. I love his hands. He has great contested catchability. He's physical over the middle of the field. He holds on to the ball well through contact. Warren has excellent athleticism and versatility. If you're not familiar with his game, he can put his hand in the dirt, line up there, split in, split out. He lines up in the backfield as a running back. He'll line up as a halfback. He legitimately will take snaps as a quarterback. He played quarterback in high school. He will throw the ball. All right, there was one play this season where Tyler Warren snapped the ball from center. He was eligible. He went downfield, caught the touchdown pass. There's legitimately nothing this man can't do. By the way, he is a reliable blocker. He fires off the snap. He engages well with defensive fronts. He's a powerful blocker. He's able to hold his ground very well. So Tyler Warren, a lot to like about him. I expect an NFL offense to make an early selection on him, invest good draft capital, and get him some legitimate volume.
So I just released a video talking about tight ends, and I think Tyler Warren is a good football player. And if there was a high end comp, I would have probably said maybe George Kittle as well. Because I already can tell what type of tight end he is. He's huge, can move well. When I seen that he was a Paul Hernan Award finalist, and the Paul Hernan Award is pretty much being the most versatile player in football. For him to be a finalist for that award, that says a lot. That means the offense utilized him different ways. But guess what that also means? Because don't you think all offensive coordinators are built the same in the NFL? He has to go to someone that actually has the mindset to utilize them in different ways. If I had to bet on it, good chance he won't. He won't go to that offense. You just never know with the NFL, man. They weird. But him kind of being on the later end of the breakout, he only earned 2 badges for me: the trophy badge for winning the John Mackey Award for being the best tight end, and then the steady progress badge. It's just I know he's going to be good. If there was the most for sure player in this draft, as of right now, it would be Tyler Warren. And y'all know how much I love Fanning. But Fanning gets my love if he's drafted in the second round, where he's currently projected. I'll still like him if he's drafted in the third round, high third round. But if he's drafted in the fourth round, I mean, I'll still own some shares. But if he drafted in the fourth round and below, I'm just not going to have the love I have for him, because he earned some great badges. Well, he set up to earn some great badges. He did earn a few, set up to earn a few more. But Harrison Bryant also earned some great badges, and he never became anything, and he was drafted in the fourth round. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. I want a team to forcefully put him to the forefront. But we talking about Tyler Warren. I don't think it's a question if he's going to be a good player. I think he's going to be productive, be a good NFL football player. The question is he going to be a good fantasy player? And is he worth the 105? And I don't think that's the case. I think this is way too high for Tyler Warren, who may not even produce, his first or second season. I mean, lately they've been pushing the tight ends to the forefront, but without knowing a landing spot, like, everything got to hit. I got to be excited about his draft capital, which, he's might be going in the first. I got to be excited about his landing spot, him having a good quarterback, good offense. Like, I got to be excited about a number of things for me to draft him at the 105. And right now, that can't do it. Can't do it. I don't care if a 2-point tight end premium. Can't do it. Next, we have Omarion Hampton. And they say Kenny Walker. Kenny Walker on the smaller side. So it's hard for me to kind of think of them two, kind of compare those two. But I'm not mad at this. If you able to get Omarion Hampton at the 106, and I know wherever he is going to be the lead back. He is going there to be the lead back. This is a smash for me. Next, I'm pretty sure this if he is drafted as a wide receiver, Travis Hunter, because I don't need a part-time wide receiver. All right, as much as I love me some Travis Hunter, I'm kind of getting more out on him. If you're going to be playing cornerback, kind of getting more out on him. I don't think he played like George Pickens though. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. Don't feel like that. But if he drafted as a wide receiver, it's great value right here. If he drafted as a cornerback, that's going to play some wide receiver, I don't like it. Like, he would have to be in a great offense with a great offensive coordinator for me to invest in that. At the 108, Trevion Henderson. Oh, yeah. They comparing him to Josh Jacobs. I think Trevion more of an all-around player. Because when Josh Jacobs was coming out, we didn't kind of view him as physical. You know, he put physical and attacks every snap. We didn't view him like that. But yeah, I really like Trevion Henderson. As I said before in another video, he would have been the running back one in last year's class, and I was just so disappointed when he went back. Next, we got Shedeur Sanders at the 109. If you're getting Shedeur this late, you need a quarterback and you able to get a quarterback this late, hey, hallelujah, 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 hey, this how I felt when people was letting Bo Nix drop to me last year. Give me that. Give me that. In one draft, I think it was like at the 110. I think I got him at the 110 or 111. And this was a 2-quarterback league. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. That's why I own so much Drake May and Bo Nix. Like, I felt great I felt great about them as prospects. Now, do I feel great about Shedeur Sanders? Not whatsoever. You don't offer the Russian upside for me. Only thing I say about Shedeur could have been to another program and did a lot better. So it's kind of a question mark about how good Shedeur Sanders is. It's a little question mark. It's kind of a mystery box. But one thing we do know, he don't offer the Russian upside, and that's why I'm been out on Shedeur Sanders. At the 110, Emeka Mbuka. And I'm a fan. Chris Olave. I think Chris Olave a way better route runner as far as definitely releases out. And I think Mbuka is more sort of a yak monster. I think, yeah, so I don't agree with the value. I guess they said value comp. So I think a lot of people down on Olave right now. So I think, I don't know if you can even give the 110 owner Olave and they feel super confident about that. But I still believe in Olave. I'm not mad at this right now. Like, this is another guy I thought was gonna come out last year, and he disappointed me and did not come out. So, you still definitely getting value this deep in the draft. At the 111, Quinshon Judkins, finally was able to come out. People was super high on him. before he went to Ohio State. He's going to be fine. Bucky Irvin, definitely not the pass capper Bucky Irvin is, but a value, he's going to have, I don't know. I think it just depends on what's your cup of tea. I think he's going to have more value than Bucky Irvin because of the draft capital he's going to get. Nah, I think that. I guess it's your cup of tea. It's your cup of tea because Bucky Irvin, even though he's drafted in the 4th round, high value right now. And that value is not changing because he should go into next season as the 1A, the 1A back. So I could see it. High motor runner, contact balance, quick feet, lateral burst, sharp footwork, explodes through the gap. I'm curious how his 40 gonna look. I did put a good initial quick burst, strong, good contact balance, vision coming out the backfield. All right, the 112, Matthew Golden. I told you people are higher on him than me, so let's hear what my boy has to say about him.
112, let's talk about a huge riser here. And I'm going to go with Matthew Golden, the wide receiver out of Texas. I'm seeing folks catch on to Matthew Golden. I have him stashed in a ton of Devy leagues. I added him before this season. When he transferred to Texas, it was a slow start, and I definitely faded him. I was off him a bit, but now I'm right back in because he had a huge second half of the season leading up to the college football playoff and a really nice run for Texas at the end of the season. Sticky hands, good reaction skills. He plays well over the middle of the field, and he's got some yak upside as well. I like his footwork. He wins off the release. I love a wide receiver who can win off the release, and Golden does a great job to separate downfield. 6'0", 195, good frame, top 50 draft capital. Really seems like that's where he's heading. So I think you're in a really good spot with Matthew Golden. All right.
I'm not high at all on Golden. I just need to see the draft capital, and I'm not gonna say I'm not high. Look, I think Golden is a good player. I think this makes more sense than some of the things I've seen. I don't think you can drop him in any offense and he's going to be productive. It's going to be about what offense he goes to. You're not going to just be able to line him up and he's going to be productive. That's not going to happen. If he becomes productive, it's going to be the same way Rashee Rice ended up being productive. Like that's kind of, he give me that feel. At the 201, this I will say, this is the only person that I've ever seen have him in the 2nd round. So, man, I'm just curious, and I haven't looked at this video yet. I'm curious if you're going to say any of the same things I had to say. Because I keep saying it's hard for me to distinguish how good he is from how easy he had it with the offensive line he had. It's hard for me to distinguish. I just feel with that offensive line, he should have did better. But there are people super high on him. Of course, lately I've been seeing him mock draft to Dallas. If this man go to Dallas and get 2nd round draft capital, he is not going at the 201. He's going to go very high, like 103. He might be going 103, 104. Probably 103. How much people love this guy? Maybe even 102. Now, I'm telling you, people love Caleb Johnson. So let's hear what you got to say about Caleb Johnson.
All right, 201, folks, I hear ya. I'm listening. Here it is, Caleb Johnson. I've had him much lower in previous mock drafts. And again, like I said, I listened to the comments. So here I am. I'm putting Caleb Johnson up at 201. Not where I would take him, but to give you a realistic idea of where a rookie draft could go, there are definitely big Caleb Johnson fans out there. What do they like about him? Well, when you watch the Caleb Johnson tape, you're going to see a powerful runner. You're going to see somebody who hits gaps hard. He's decisive. He's a high motor runner. He absorbs contact very well. When you've got big gaps, he's able to work through those gaps. He's got that NFL size there at 6'0", 225. So really nice size there from Caleb Johnson. And of course, he's got that Iowa running back mold to him. Why am I hesitant here? He lacks a second gear. You can see him. He'll get off the line of scrimmage. Like I said, he attacks the hole, and he never really gets going and accelerates. So he doesn't have a big play potential, which is a negative for fantasy football purposes. I don't find him to be elusive. I don't find that Caleb Johnson can create his own space, which means he's very landing spot dependent. He has to be behind a good offensive line, which is absolutely not a guarantee at the next level. And I think his footwork is rounded. I don't think he has sharp cuts, and that's going to slow him down at the next level. So that's why I'm lower on Caleb Johnson. But I do think that, from what I'm hearing, what consensus is, what popular opinion is, he's going to go early second round.
I need to have this guy on the channel. Wow. So I understand why he's liked, but in my notes seem to benefit from big holes. And I put decent footwork with a question mark. Like, I couldn't tell how good his footwork didn't do it for me. And I'm so glad that he said something about it. But I completely understand why people like him. Don't get that twisted. His size, 6 foot, 225. I don't know how fast he will be. I don't think he's going to be fast. The man got a high dominator rating. 53% dominator rating. Dominated his backfield this past season. Over 6 yards per carry, 6.4. I know y'all like that. 22 passes caught this past season for a target share of 11.3. So he feels like this really all-around back with size. So it's like, for me, if he goes to the perfect spot and somewhere like Dallas Cowboys would be the perfect spot, I totally get it. I totally get it. Because people are quick to think about the perfect spot. But do you feel the same way if he was dropped in the Raiders? Do you feel the same way if he was drafted by the Raiders? Because y'all love picking these perfect spots like the Cowboys and the Chargers. Would you feel the same way if he was drafted by the Raiders? Would you feel the same way if he was drafted by the Browns? Would you feel the same way if he was drafted by the Bears? Would you feel the same way if he was drafted by the Broncos? If you don't, that means you understand he's landing spot dependent also, and that he has his limitations. Because you got to be excited wherever you go. If you that high on him, like I've been hearing the public being high on him. All right, at the 202, he have Isaiah Bond, and hey, I'm not mad at that. This is the second round. This is swing for the fences time, and Isaiah Bond has a chance to be fastest player in the draft if he gets the draft capital, which fast players usually get. I wouldn't be surprised if he was going in the late first. Well, wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Next, we got Devin Neal. Smooth runner, good revision, excellent change of direction, good strength, win short distance. I like Devin Neal film. He earned the steady progress badge. I want to see what kind of 40 he's going to run. I mean, in the film, he looked fast. So I'm curious what kind of 40 he run. I'm still curious about what kind of 40 he will run. Patient coming out the backfield, vision, good footwork. Yeah. So he has a run of 4.54 to earn the workhorse badge for me. So we'll see if he does that. I'm guessing he probably not gonna get that high draft capital, because if he was to get second round draft capital, he'll be going in the first round of rookie drafts. If he got third round draft capital, it just depends on his landing spot then, where he'll be drafted. But this is a back I like. Colston Loveland. I am highly surprised, that he drafted Tyler Warren so high and drafted Colston Loveland at the 204. So that's interesting. Let's see what he got to say about Colston Loveland.
204 here. I'm going to go with Colston Loveland. I have Loveland ranked a little bit lower, but in previous mock drafts, I definitely got feedback. And I have seen out there that some folks will even have Colston Loveland over Tyler Warren. I'm not quite there yet, but I see the appeal, and you definitely have to keep in mind his 2023 tape as well as his 2024 tape, because that offense absolutely went off the rails this season. Colston has sticky hands. He extends his frame well. He's fluid. He catches the ball in stride and continues upfield well. So for a tight end, he's definitely got some good yak potential. I struggle with Loveland as a blocker. I don't see that play strength that I want to see from him. And so I'm just worried that's going to keep him off the field early on in his career. But we can have a little bit more patience with the tight end position, and definitely that pass catching ability and that athleticism that presents the upside. And I understand chasing that from a fantasy football perspective.
Yeah, I don't understand the total love that Colston Loveland been getting, but this is second round. Pick who you want to pick. Pick your guys. Pick your guys. So I'm not going to be mad at anyone that picks them here, especially if this tight end premium, definitely. But just know a lot of tight ends don't produce year one. Don't get caught up in that. Think you're going to get instant production from him. Just know that 205 Cam Scatterboo, and he projecting them with late day two draft capital. I would love that. If Scatterboo get that kind of draft capital, hey man, I'm gonna own him everywhere. He's not gonna make it to the 205 in a lot of leagues, I don't think, because a lot of people on his own Scatterboo, and if he gets second round draft capital, like unless he went to a place where there is a dominant running back that not going nowhere, I think Cam Scatterboo is going to go up. Let's see what he got to say about Cam Scatterboo, because I'm a Scatterboo fan.
205 here, another big riser is Cam Scatterboo, the running back at Arizona State. Momentum is definitely high on Scatterboo, and for good reasons. He's got good lateral quickness. I like his vision, especially playing inside. I do think he's best playing in between the tackles. He's explosive off the snap. He has a good burst. Talk about second effort strength. This guy is a gamer. He's tenacious. An NFL team's going to fall in love with that. They're going to take him on day two. He attacks gaps. He hits the hole hard. This is a guy who can handle a big workload, and for nothing else, he was endearing to a lot of folks in that Texas game. And say what it will, but it does matter. It does. The impression that people have, especially at the end of the season, if they haven't been watching them all year, that sticks in their mind. And a lot of people want to draft guys that they like. And Scatterboo at 205, it's absolutely realistic.
So with second round draft capital, Scatterboo, he already earned my Golden Gloves badge, but he would also earn the value touches badge, and he can get that, with third round draft capital. So high level pass catcher. I've been drafting him every chance I can get in the early best ball leagues. We got the big board and the little board going on right now with the rookies in it. I've been drafting him round 10 every time. At round 10, I have to choose between Scatterbull and Trey Harris, two players that I love. So it just depends on what kind of team I'm building at the time, and I take one of them every time. Last year, he caught 45 passes. He was third in missed tackles forced. Good contact balance, vision, has vision, good footwork. Paul Harlan Award finalist in 2022. I think a lot of people worry about what he's going to run. If he runs over, if he runs under a 4.54, he can earn my workhorse badge. This is one of my guys. I have a few up in the draft, and it's definitely my guy player. I'm gonna draft him whenever I can. Next, we got Trevor Etienne. Yeah, I'm not gonna own any of this player. I'm probably not. Probably not gonna own any of this player. I mean, unless he truly goes in like the second round, end of the second round. I don't care if he go in the third round. Maybe if he falls to me, I might. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's the second round. So if you want to pick him, you can. But I mean, there's so many running backs, and what did he excel at that I feel comfortable picking him over these other running backs? There's other running backs I feel better about. Now, I will say the grace he gets is he went to Georgia. For backs that go to Georgia, you don't always know how good they are because they share touches with other backs. So there's a good chance he can be better than what he's shown. But I don't know. Let's see what Matt Hicks has to say about Etienne.
It's also a great value. I'm a big fan of Trevor Etienne. I think folks are sleeping on him. I have adjusted his projection a little bit lower, day too late, just because there's so many other strong running backs in this loaded, deep running back class. 5'9", 205. I love Etienne's ability to fire off the snap. He explodes well into gaps. He's got quick, sharp footwork. I love his ability to win leverage. He's got good power, good contact balance. There's a lot to like here about Trevor Etienne.
He likes him, and as I said, he can be better than what he's shown. But what I've seen so far, I honestly have to see it. I'm looking at his profile. I need to update it, so I'm not gonna go on him. I'm not gonna go in on him too much because I might like him more than I think I do. But for the second round, man, if he get third round draft capital, you fine. Like, it's gonna be hard to find, a league winner in the second round. So, he'll be fine. All right, take back what I said. I just watched Trevor Etienne video, and what he did at Florida doesn't compare to how he was looking at Georgia. I loved his film. He had burst, he had vision, good footwork. I'm all in. If you getting him in the second round, if this man get third round draft capital, he's a value in the second round, period. Changed everything I had to say about him. Yeah, he looked like he one of them ones. Matt Hicks, you own to something, homie. You own to something. And I don't hear nobody else talking about him. I'm glad I went and checked the film. Good God. Good God. Next, we got Jalen Monroe, and He's projecting him to go in day 2, so that's either second or third round. And if he goes there, I'm probably not drafting him. It would depend on what he definitely would have to get drafted in the second round. I'm not drafting any quarterback that's not drafted in the high second round, period. So if he's drafted in the third, I'm out on him. I won't be drafting him. But he's drafted in the high second round or the first. If he's drafted in the first, I told you, I'll take him at the 102. Like, that's the big difference here. If he's drafted in the second round, then hey, you know he's going to get a shot, but you don't know when. He's just like, it just depends on who he's behind. Because I really like Hendon Hooker, and he never got a shot. He was drafted behind a good quarterback. Never seen him whatsoever. But he was drafted in the third round. So I would hope if someone drafted him in the second round, they're going to make sure he get to start a few games. So I don't mind this pick right here at the 207. Take your swing at a player. I really like this film. He offers high rush upside, and I didn't mention him multiple times. 208, he got Restrepo. I'm not mad at that. Restrepo is a decent wide receiver, decent smaller wide receiver, smaller slot wide receiver. Not mad at that. Now this is interesting. This is the first time I've seen Jordan James on someone mock draft. So I'm curious how the NFL feels about him. With all these different names, I don't know if he'll get third round draft capital. I know he's not getting second round draft capital. He got him projected 51 through 102. So that's late second to third round. Yeah. I know he ain't getting a second round draft capital. I would be shocked if he got third round draft capital. Like, this is a decent back, but I would be shocked. Let's see what he got to say about him.
Another guy who I really like, let's take him off the board here at 209. That's going to be Jordan James out of Oregon. Not as much chatter on Jordan James. I think if you said second round Jordan James, a lot of folks would kind of turn their eye on that. But I like him a lot. 5'10", 210. He's a twitchy runner. Pops off the tape, man. His twitch ability is fantastic. He's got quick feet. He's got good bursts. He gets off the snap right away, and he bursts through gaps. He gets to that second level of the field. James has sharp cuts. He changes direction very well. Somebody who I'm going to have a ton of exposure to.
And I can't say too much on him because I haven't updated his profile for this year. So, and who knows, by the time I put out this video, I might add something to it where I've looked at him. We'll see. I also went and looked at James Jordan film. He all right. He's straight. I didn't know he was an early declare, but he's straight. I ain't gonna say he bad, but in the second round, take your guys. Like I said, take your guys. So this is your guy. Can't be mad at you taking whoever in the second round. This is the second round. It's not guaranteed hits in the second round. Next at the 210, he have Alec Adamanor. And I told you everyone is higher on him than me. He said clean route runner. A clean route runner, and he has put up under 2 yards per route run. That's interesting. But maybe he just meant on a slant and curls though. That's it. I know there's a few people that like him, so let's see what he got to say. I think this is the last person I'm gonna see what he got to say about, because this video getting long. Of course, you can go back and check out what he has to say.
At 210, I'm going to go with Alec Ayomenor. The wide receiver out of Stanford is definitely a popular sleeper guy right now. I don't think he's going to be a sleeper by the time we get to rookie drafts. He's got good size there at 6'2", 210 coming out of Stanford. He's a clean route runner. I especially like his slant. I love when wide receivers can run a good slant. He works well along the boundary, and that helps him sell the curl route very well. Deceleration, a good footwork there from Alec Ayomenor. He's got sharp footwork. He scoots for his size. I got to tell you, sometimes he plays like a big man. He's able to extend his frame. He's got great ball skills. He's a good contested catch guy. I swear he looks 6'3" or 6'4" half the time at Stanford in the way he's able to go up and get balls. But for his size, he scoots very well. He's got good speed. So a really nice combination of size and speed for a guy that you can draft in the late second round.
Yeah, and as I said in my wide receiver video, people love contested catches. I mean, he got good size, but as far as that route runner, I don't know about that. This is just a prospect that I'll probably be betting against. There's a lot of people going to like him, and I probably won't be drafting any of them. Next, we got Dylan Sampson. I have a high grade on Dylan Sampson. If I'm able to get him at the 211, even if he get fourth round draft capital, and if he get fourth round capital, it's going to be high fourth round draft capital, I'm fine with taking him. Coming from the SEC, 5 yards per carry, 6 and missed tackles forced, has vision, good footwork. Might end up being the fastest running back in the draft. I'm on board. I really like this film. Like, this right here might be the biggest sleeper in the second round. If you give it the 211, which I doubt, once he run that 40 and he get decent draft capital, there's no way he's slipping to the 211. It's not going to happen whatsoever. Jalen Noel at the 212. He says he got sticky hands, good ball skills, great release, wins in traffic, separation, short area quickness, and versatile. And hey, I'm with it. I usually don't. He have him projecting to go late second or third round. If he's drafted second, he gonna earn the badges. He have a chance to earn the badges that I need. If he goes in the early third, it's about the situation he go to make me invest in him. But yeah, gets yak, gets separation, gets open. He could be better with a better quarterback. So there's still something to unlock to his game. I don't know how fast he's going to be, though. So that's a question. Played most of the slot, and I'm not 100% sure about his speed. But if you're getting a player like this at the end of the second round, hey, it's all good regardless. So I just went over the first 2 rounds. He actually went as far as the 4th round. And of course, y'all can go to his channel and check that out. If you want me to react to the 3rd and 4th round, just comment below. And I don't mind dropping that video, but I might be getting too deep in the weeds. People might not be ready this early to go that deep. But I'll catch you next time. Peace.